Hey there everybody! Seth here, back with yet another Monark boss video. I now have to subtract monthly from that statement since due to life issues I didn't get this one done last month. Sorry to the less than 100 people who watch these. That said, we're actually on the final 3 bosses for the game now. You can probably realize that means there will be some spoilers present here, so there's your fair warning. But now we finally get to look at what I've been anxiously waiting for! Rejoice, friends, for today we cover the wonderful, touching, crimson calamity and monarch of woe herself, Mother Yoru! Oh, how I have waited for this one! Yoru is quite the specimen indeed, and it really pains me how torn I am between absolutely adoring her and absolutely despising her. On one end, she directly killed Kakeru, which just that alone is enough to ignite the hottest fiery rage within my soul. On the other end, though, she's actually quite caring towards you and your friends. Sort of. You at least have to give her huge points in Kokuro's ending. I mean, come on, she was super sweet there, don't lie. The fact that she's a yandere has absolutely nothing to do with it either. Other than that burning duality, though, her theme is also among my top picks in the game, probably. Sweet and Red is literally perfect for her, and I really adore the vibe it gives me of a mother singing a lullaby to her child. Quite fitting, considering you're here when she's trying to put you to sleep. Forever. Now that I've successfully ranted about how great she is, though, we can get to the part of the video that actually matters. Considering their similarities, we're actually going to be testing Yoru on the same map as Tristia. You'll see why soon enough.
Let's go, Shinya! By my hand. To victory! I can't lose.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Boy, doesn't this look familiar? Only sort of, though. Tristia and her share similar true forms, but you gotta hand it to Yoru for bringing a lot more flair to the table. Like, there is a lot to unpack here, and some more subtle things in her design are actually incredibly genius. Compared to Tristia, I'd say Yoru looks not just more menacing, but more organic in nature. In fact, now that I look at Tristia, she's actually very neat looking. Sharp, artificial almost. Yoru, on the other hand, has more natural looking wings, bunches of branches on her head that are much more chaotic in their arrangement, and her holding possibly another infant clone of you in her arms, which plays more into her technically being your mother. Another neat detail, if you look closely, is that her and MC actually have a similar tail on the back of them, even sharing the spade symbol on the tip. The contrasts and themes are on full display here, but you can't deny she just looks way more badass in general. Easily one of the best designs in the entire game for me. Up there with Kakeru's Imagineer. One last minor note is that just like Tristia, Yoru has multiple subtle voice set changes depending on when you fight her in the game. So similar to Tristia's video, I'm using my favorite one of Yoru's here, which is the one from... Wait, was there a 4th character you paired up with? Kokoro, Shinya, Gyataro... Nah, there couldn't be. Ah, well, it's from their story if they do exist. Just like with Tristia's video, I'll go ahead and play the voice lines from the other sets for you right now, though.
Poor little tykes. I'm going to enjoy killing you. To the depths of hell together. I'm not going to suffer alone. You belong to me.
Now for the technical stuff. Here's where things already get crazy. Being a solo Act 2 final boss like Tristia, Yoru is sufficiently equipped to handle herself relatively well. Compared to Tristia, she has a bit more health and attack, but shockingly enough, every other stat besides movement is actually a bit lower. The extra health is offset by the lower defensive stats, but she can likely endure just as much punishment. Her agility is only a measly 10 points lower, which still gives her a decent dodge and hit rate as well. The main attraction, however, lies in the move pool. Like with Tristia, Yoru's Authority of Woe grants her a variety of potent skills across multiple types. I actually noticed between the two that they each more or less have a select group of authorities they pull their skills from, but that's not relevant right now. Feast your eyes on this! Kicking things off strong, we have Scorching Fan and Heat Death, 2 strong authority attacks on level 4. Mortal Coil level 4 and Final Hour at level 3 for some cheesy instant kill action. Absorb HP at level 4. Snatch Buff Plus at level 3 to potentially counter buff spamming. Hot Stomp Voltaic Rage to give her free attack boost for getting hit, though those only help her basic attacks since all of her other damage is psi-based. Recover, just like Tristia, for extremely high, costless healing. Mind Over Madness, the boss passives, and her signature skill, Ta-Ta. With this, the picture couldn't be more clear. In contrast to Tristia's more tanky, support-oriented approach, Yoru trades all of that for sheer offensive might. Heat Death, Mortal Coil, Final Hour, and Tata all have varying chances of instant death, giving her 4 instant kill attacks! And even if you don't feel like rolling the dice, Scorching Fan has very good range and spread, though Heat Death has the exact same power behind it. Absorb HP is kind of useless with Recover around though, so I can only wonder why it's there. I guess it does deal damage to enemies, and with a big enough group, you can probably reap some serious gains from it. With considerable offensive force and only slightly less disgusting sustain with Recover, these factors all come together to fit Yoru to a T. A wild, chaotic force that is not to be trifled with.
Yeah. Me too! Not even close.
How could you?
This is payback!
Underway!
Oh, fine. Crushed to pieces!
Give it up!
Leave it to me. Don't fear the dark. Don't fear the dark. Corruption. How irrational. What a pain. Crushed to pieces. Ladder. Ta-ta. 99. Don't fear the dark.
As per tradition, before we conclude things, we have to give her signature attack its own showcase. The aptly named Tata.
Sweet dreams.
Apparently, impaling people from the inside and then blowing up into a bloody mess is her most preferred way of killing people.
Sweet dreams.
That is horrifying. Anyway, much as I like this attack, it's actually not nearly as good as I initially thought. It's a column skill with 150 power that can hit multiple targets in the area, and as a bonus fitting to Yoru, it has, quote-unquote, a high chance of instant death. Multi-target, high power with instant death attached? Sign me the fuck up! I was super curious as to what exactly the death chance is, so I looked into it, and apparently a high chance happens to be 5 fucking %! The same shitty odds as a Cedia's missed attack. High chance of instant death, my ass! That's not even the kicker though. You know what else has a 5x2 column range that instant kills and has 190 power? Fucking Heat Death! And the instant death chance on that is probably equal if not higher! This is actually criminal. Yoru's unique boss attack is completely inferior to a basic skill that isn't even fully leveled! Aside from not having a madness cost. They really dropped the ball on this one. This couldn't possibly have been intentional. Unfortunately, there's simply not much else to say about this attack. The only reason to use it at this point would be the novelty. Crappy note to end on, but that really about sums up Yoru. She wants to rush in and completely clean house. It's really as simple as that. Though her Sai is a bit lower than Tristia, her skills support higher power, which I think may offset that a bit. And with good RNG, which I unfortunately didn't have while recording this, she can wreak some serious havoc. The fact that on top of all these instant kills and raw power, she has one of the best healing skills in the game is frankly a bit absurd. Though the caveat is that if your instant death odds are bad, she wasn't outputting that much more damage than Tristia for me. These two more or less cleared this map at the exact same pace actually, making it hard to definitively judge which is better. If your luck is good, Yoru's definitely the choice. But for more consistency and extremely toxic status spam, go with Tristia. Although we all know which of them is better character-wise, so if that's where your preference lies, there's only one right option. Glory to the Yoru, and considerable scorn for killing off the best character in
Don't fear the dark. Don't get in my way! side, please. All I want is to live!
Well, well, only 2 bosses to go after this. I'm a bit sad to see this series go, but at the same time, happy it's almost over. At the very least, the final 2 we have to go over are quite interesting in their own ways. And the hype of finally getting to show you just how absurd the final boss of this game can really be is reaching its time of fulfillment. For now, we wait though, and hope that I don't miss another one of my deadlines. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope to catch you in all future uploads, and I'll see you later.